Every year, hundreds of thousands of young Nigerians walk out of university and into a question they were never quite prepared to answer. What happens now? The Workplace Readiness Survey exists because that question deserves a real answer. Not assumptions, not guesswork, evidence. Here is what the data found. 88.8% of graduates feel at least somewhat ready for work. Nearly 9 in 10. That sounds like a win. But only 38.2% feel truly ready. Not somewhat, not nearly, truly. That gap between feeling okay and feeling genuinely prepared is not a small detail. It is the entire problem. 66.5% of students said the same thing when asked what actually made them feel ready. Internships, real work, real environments, not lectures, not textbooks. And yet, nearly 1 in 5 graduates never used the career resources their institution made available to them. 18.3%. Gone, unreached, left behind. This is where we begin. Look at this chart carefully. 38.2%. Very prepared. These graduates are ready. They will find their footing. 50.6%. Somewhat prepared. This is the quiet majority. They will probably be fine, but probably is not good enough. Not when we are talking about someone's career, someone's future. 7.2% ill-prepared and 4% unprepared entirely. Now add those last two groups together. 11% of Nigerian graduates stepping into the labor market genuinely unsure if they can survive it. 11% is not a statistic. It is people. And the system, right now, does not have a clear answer for them. Here is the part that should make every university administrator uncomfortable. Nigerian universities are teaching students how to work, genuinely. Multitasking, priority management, 75.5%. Presentation skills, 53%. These numbers are real. This is working? But then ask a different question. Ask graduates if they know how to get a job. CV writing, 36%. 36 out of 100. Networking, 43.3%. Think about what that means. A graduate who can walk into any room and perform brilliantly, but has no idea how to get into the room in the first place. That is not an education problem. That is a design problem. The curriculum was built to create capable people. Nobody remembered to teach them how to be visible. Here is the hardest truth in this entire data set. There are graduates sitting at home right now, talented, capable, hardworking graduates who are unemployed, not because they cannot do the job, because nobody taught them how to get it. That is not their failure. That is ours. The system built people who can work. It forgot to build people who can be found. If you could only change one thing about how Nigerian universities prepare graduates, just one, the data is unambiguous about what it should be. 66.5%. Nearly 2 in 3 graduates said the same thing. Internships, work experience, being there, in a real office with real deadlines, with real people who are not professors. Nothing else comes close. Not coursework, not workshops, not career fairs, not any of it. And here is what makes that so striking. Most graduates are not getting it. Internships are still optional in most programs. Still something you find on your own. Still something that depends on who your parents know or which city you grew up in. That is not a curriculum. That is a lottery. And the students who lose that lottery carry the consequences for years. Now here is something that looks like good news, until you read it more carefully. 80% of graduates think career services are effective. 80%. That is an extraordinarily high vote of confidence. And then you read the next line. 18.3% of graduates never use them. Not once. Not even to browse. Never. These are not students who showed up and were disappointed. These are students who never arrived, who somehow made it through their entire university journey without anyone pulling them in the direction of the support that was waiting for them. That is not a problem with the service. The service is well regarded. That is a problem with access, with integration, with the fact that career support lives in a separate building, on a separate page, in a separate part of the student experience that too many students simply never reach. The resource exists. The students do not reach it. That gap has a cost. And right now, the students are the ones paying it. Before we go any further, there is something important to say about who these graduates actually are. 77.3% of them would rather do work they love than earn a higher salary. More than 3 in 4. 55.2% would choose to make an impact on society over making more money. This is not a generation chasing paychecks. This is a generation chasing meaning, purpose, something that matters. And 88.6% of them, despite everything, are still optimistic, still believe their future is bright. That optimism is remarkable, genuinely. Given the structural gaps we have been discussing, the fact that nearly 9 in 10 graduates still look at the future with hope, that is not naivety. That is resilience. But resilience without infrastructure eventually runs out. These graduates deserve a system that rises to meet the level of their ambition, not one that leaves their optimism to do all the heavy lifting. Let us name the gaps clearly, because you cannot fix what you cannot name. Gap 1, the readiness gap. 9 in 10 graduates feel prepared, but fewer than 4 in 10 feel truly ready. The distance between those two numbers is where the work lives. Gap 2, the lever gap. 2 in 3 graduates know exactly what would make them more ready. Internships, work experience, real exposure. And most of them are not getting it. That is a solvable problem. It just has not been solved yet. Gap 3, the skills gap. CV writing, networking, job search. These are not advanced skills. These are entry-level requirements for anyone trying to find employment, and the system is consistently failing to teach them. Gap 4, the services gap. The support is there. The students are not finding it. Awareness, access, integration. Something is breaking between the resource and the person who needs it. 4 gaps. All of them structural, all of them fixable. So what needs to change? First, make internships mandatory, not encouraged, not offered, mandatory. Credit-bearing, part of the degree. Because leaving professional exposure to chance is leaving graduate outcomes to chance. Second, teach students how to be visible. CV writing belongs in the curriculum. Networking belongs in the curriculum. Interview skills belong in the curriculum. These are not extras. They are the bridge between the capability universities build and the opportunities the labor market offers. Third, bring career services to the center, not the corner of a building, not a website link on page 7 of the student portal. The center, integrated into academic life, actively reaching students before the students have to find it themselves. And fourth, measure what actually matters. Student satisfaction is a starting point, not a finish line. The question is not whether students enjoyed their university experience. The question is whether their university experience equipped them to succeed. Those are different questions. They need different answers. Round 1 of the Workplace Readiness Survey has done something important. It has taken a conversation that lived in anecdote and moved it into evidence. We know now precisely where the gaps are. We know what students need. We know what they are not getting. We know what works. 88.8% feel prepared. 38.2% feel truly ready. The space between those two numbers is not a failure. It is an opportunity, clearly mapped, Entirely actionable. Nigerian graduates are optimistic, purposeful, and capable. They are walking out of universities ready to build something for themselves, for their families, for this country. The question is not whether they are good enough. They are. The question is whether the institutions behind them will build systems worthy of what these graduates are capable of becoming. That work starts now. This study was commissioned by Nathan Leadgate through the workplacesurvey.com.